We must break your will to have fun. Don't enjoy the Super Bowl.
Is there a waiting period on cocktail shrimp?
Yeah, there should. You know what? There should be. I meant to throw that into I should have thrown that into my column today. I said that, they should ban chicken wings, a 7-day waiting period for avocados, make corn chips as difficult to buy in the Commonwealth as menthol cigarettes. But you're right. Cocktail shrimp can be abused too. And when you eat a cocktail shrimp, be sure not to take off your mask. It can get a little sloppy, but it's important to ward off the virus. Remember that. 844-500-4242. Time now for the Chump Line.
I heard Hunter's new book is going to be 90% about him and 10% about the big guy.
We got mixed messages in those emails on his laptop. In the email to his daughter, he said he had to kick back 50% to the big guy. And then when they were setting up one of these Chinese money laundering corporations, or that's certainly what it appeared to be on the laptop email, he only was holding 10% for the big guy. So I don't know. Maybe it just depends on how big the grift is, how big the racket that they're running is.
Did you see Jen Psaki took a Hunter Biden question today?
Did she really? Let me hear it.
He said, quote, my son, my family will not be involved in any business, any enterprise that is in conflict with or appears to be in conflict with where there's appropriate distance from the presidency and government. Just recently, there were reports that the president's son still owns a 10% stake in a Chinese investment firm formed with state-owned entities. Do you have an update on the divestment from that investment?
He has been working to unwind his investment, but I would certainly point you, he's a private citizen. I would point you to him or his lawyers on the outside.
Working to unwind. Let me translate that for you. He's writing letters to his Chinese paymaster saying, "Where's my $200 million?" That's what the New York Post reported last week that he's looking at is $200 million from quote unquote unwinding his Chinese investment. Taylor, it sounds like there were a couple of legitimate journalistic questions today for Jen Psaki. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was pretty good. We can get into those after the Chump Line.
Is that right? So it must be that everybody was taking a long weekend for the Super Bowl, all the regular sycophants and bum kissers.
And they took the real questions today because they knew they wouldn't get many legs on those stories.
Right. It's a semi-holiday weekend with the Super Bowl coming up and all the cold and the snow and everything.
Possibly a snow day, yeah.
Right. All right. The Chump Line is brought to you by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer. This week announcing the relaunching of our wicked awesome website. It's faster, it's leaner, it's even younger looking, kind of like the Howie Carr of websites. In fact, there's even a rarely seen inspirational video of Howie getting the Ice Bucket Challenge. I'm glad I'm not getting the Ice Bucket Challenge today in the polar vortex.
AOC, that woman is so sleazy. Her lying comes easily. AOC, can't you see that she's crazy?
Someone texted me and said on CBS, as in SEEBS, morning news, they had AOC on with Gayle King, and there was no pushback whatsoever. She was just making it sound like...
Didn't Gayle King learn her lesson with Jussie Smollett? Come on. How many times are you going to fall for this?
Well, at least twice, because she fell for it again this morning, according to people who saw it.
Who would have thought that Michael Dukakis would have been the good old days?
I never would have, I'll tell you that. How about Deval Patrick being the good old days? The guy who described the Tsarnaev brothers as those nice young men, and we couldn't speculate as to what made the nice young Muslim men terrorists blow up the Boston Marathon. But he seems like the good old days too, doesn't he?
I hold in my hand the last envelope. Columbus, Magellan, Cortez. Named 2 explorers from Europe and an idiot from New York. Hey-oh!
You could see that coming a mile away, but I like the Karnak the Magnificent jokes. Keep them coming.
Well, that $2 gas price was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. Speaking of nostalgia. Yeah. I hope, though, all the Biden voters, the ones who really voted for Biden, not the people that were 150 years old in Michigan, I hope you're happy now.
They don't want to crush the will of the middle class. They want to crush the middle class.
That too. We'll get back to that in the next hour. Do we have anybody coming on in the next hour to talk about this?
We surely do.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it.
So Joe Biden said we won't have full employment in the U.S. until 2025. I guess Trump is running again.
That's a good one too. Excellent. I give that an A+.
To say the election was stolen is a false narrative. The left must push this lie. To them, it's imperative. They know it's BS, and we know it's BS. But TDS leaves them with no alternative.
No, it doesn't. But again, it's okay for Democrats to say Republicans stole close elections. It's just a cancelable offense. Your livelihood will be destroyed. Your reputation will be tarnished. If there's a statue of you, not only will the statue be taken down, but it will be melted and ground up and thrown back into the mines from which it came if you ever suggested a Democrat stole the election.
The landmines?
The land, no, in a real mine, not a landmine. I'm not. What do I look like, Kamala Harris?
60% of our harmful emissions come from Charlie Baker's mouth.
It sure seems that way. It's going to be a cold weekend. I wonder how this guy Ismay is going to be heating his $1.3 million home in Chestnut Hill. I wonder how he's going to get any groceries. Is he going to walk to the Star Market on Beacon Street? Is that the nearest supermarket? It's kind of a nippy walk, isn't it?
Howie, Joe Biden calling. Come on, man. I'm so excited for Super Bowl Saturday. The Baltimore Colts are playing the Cleveland Rams, and Buddy Holly's doing the halftime show. Oh, and I just found out Hunter's making the refreshments. Somebody just dropped off a big bag of confectioner sugar for him. I mean it.
That's one team we forgot. I knew we forgotten some, Taylor. The Baltimore Colts.
Like I said, there's probably 25 to 30 teams that we could have added.
The Baltimore Colts are now the Indianapolis Colts, and the Baltimore Ravens, didn't they used to be the Cleveland Browns, and then the Cleveland Browns were replaced by an expansion team, I believe.
I'm only so old. I can't remember all those.
I can't remember the Chicago Cardinals, but I've read about them.
Hey, Howie, John Kerry says we need to recycle. Looking at the Biden administration, I'm thinking they got recycling down pat.
Yes, they do. And they're recycling products that didn't sell very well in the first place.
Hi, Howie. Governor Patrick calling. You know, I don't blame Trump for leaving the acting union. After all, they let you in for a civil action. You were so hideous in that movie that the director replaced your close-ups with footage of a flipping pen. We're going to be fine.
They were impressed with that. They love that. That was improvised. That's what they do in major Hollywood productions. That guy who put me flipping the pen in, he was an Academy Award winner. Not just some stupid award-winning reporter, and every reporter in America is an award-winning reporter. Just ask him. This guy actually won an award, Academy Award for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And he was so impressed by my expertise in flipping a pen that he put it in as a close-up shot in the movie. That could be my Hollywood highlight. When am I getting my star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
That was your last chump line message. Thank you for calling Howie Carr, you chump.
Did anyone ask Jen Psaki yet about her homophobic slur against Senator Lindsey Graham? Did that come up today at the press? Okay. Well, you can only expect so much. They asked about Hunter Biden, so can't expect any miracles, I guess. That's it for the Chump Line today. The Chump Line is the recorded voicemail message service of the Howie Carr Show. You can call and leave a message anytime between the hours of 1 and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on weekdays. Call 844-500-4242, 844-500-4242. Press 2 for the Chump line. Leave your message. We may or may not play it at this time each weekday. If you didn't hear your message or you want to hear more Chump line messages, we have another whole Chump line. It's called Chopped Chumps, the messages that didn't make the Chump line you just heard. It's posted every night, weeknight, around 7 o'clock. Get Chopped Chumps wherever you get your Howie Carr Show podcast. The Chump line is brought to you by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer. This week announcing the relaunching of our wicked awesome website. It's faster, it's leaner, it's even younger looking, kind of like the Howie Carr websites. In fact, there's even a rarely seen inspirational video of Howie getting the Ice Bucket Challenge.
So Joe Biden said we won't have full employment in the U.S. until 2025. I guess Trump is running again.
There's a great story in the New York Times today. Why aren't liberals better at getting out the vaccinations? Oh, they're baffled. We'll be right back. I'm Howie Carr.
They call him the trash man, but we'll call him